and welcome back to my bathroom. It's been a long time since we have filmed in here and a lot has changed, and I would swing you around and show you, but then my whole stand would shake, and then for like a half the video the camera would be going Anyway, I started to curl my hair, and then I realized there's no better morning to show you how I curl my hair without a clip or anything to get volume and all that stuff. And it's kind of gonna be how you guys see my hair all the time. Loose, wave, curls, kind of undone, kind of beachy texture. It's a little messy. I don't like perfect curls that stay untouched. And I like my ends to be a little bit undone, which, sorry Mom, I know that bothers you a little bit, but it just helps me to not have to feel like I have to be perfect. It's just a mental thing I do. So I am gonna show you guys how I've started curling my hair lately. If you have any questions or want to know about what products I use and what I use to wash my hair, you can click the link to this video to find out more information, or click the link down below to read more and actually shop and buy the products that I use. Without further ado, I need to blow my nose. Without further ado, let's tackle this crazy hair. Alright, so what I do is usually how maybe you guys have seen me clip up my hair before. I don't know, maybe it's just Leisha back in the day that filmed videos about curling hair, but usually a lot like the Small Things blog, Kate Bryan, she is someone who has revolutionized my hair routines and everything. You know, you start at the temples, go all the way around and clip all this hair up and start curling at the bottom. But without a clip, you actually start curling at the top. I will grab the topmost section of hair. So I'll kind of, well, I've already curled that. So let's take this little bit of hair. And they're not terribly big sections. I mean, I guess you could curl larger sections if you want, but I brush through it. And this is the brush that I use to blow dry my hair. It has vents in it so that the hot air can pass through and it actually dries your hair a lot faster. But it is a boar hair bristle brush, which keeps your follicles smooth and distributes the natural oils evenly for you. Thank you, Monet and Boar's Hair Bristles. So I make sure that I brush that out so that all the snarls are out and the follicles are smooth. And then I take my wand, and the trick for me that I've learned to keep my curls not doo-doo curl looking and a little bit more beach wavy is to keep my curling wand parallel to the ground when I curl. So I kind of push against the root of my hair and pull it forward a little bit, wrap my hair around a couple times, and then I will slowly slide it forward just so that the hair is heated evenly from root to tip. And still holding on to the end, I pull it off. I give it a little twist to help set the curl, and I flop it forward. So this whole flopping your hair in the opposite direction that it's going to lay is the key to letting your hair cool to give it volume. You know, on top of the volume products that you would use, and even this guy, he is just like, you cannot make me curl. I'm sorry, I gotta address this real quick because he's on my nerves. Boop. And I pull that one all the way through just because I like the hairs around my face to not be as tightly curled. Anyway, y'all see, this is why I don't talk and do hair at the same time. Just like when you blow dry your hair in the opposite direction to make the follicles kind of train them to go the opposite way that they're gonna lay for volume, it's the same concept. You pull them the opposite way that they're going to lay so that when you flip them back over, they'll have more volume. So I just kind of work my way just doing this one side so that all of the hair is going to be flopped the same way on the one side, and then I switch and I'll go to this side and start from the top and work down and then flop that all the other way. Does that make sense? Hope it does. So I've already curled this stuff, and now I'm just going to keep grabbing parallel sections, sectioning it off, brushing them out, and working my way down. Once I kind of get to these bottom layers of hair, the bottom sections, I'm not so worried about volume there as I am really with the layers that are up top around my crown. So I usually just curl those and then pull them straight. So that gives my hair a little bit more length in those sections too. So I'll just curl that and pull it straight like that. And then repeat that process again. Something to consider as well is that you want to get your hot tool as close to your scalp as possible so that the heat will reactivate or activate any product that you have, especially if you have like, if you're using the root lift, like the reshape root lift spray that I use from Monate. So I finished that, and do you see that lift there, that volume? I'm not gonna touch those. They're still not all the way cooled. So I will leave them as is and then start on the other side of my hair. Something that you'll notice me doing too is I'm actually pulling my wand away from the way that the hair is going to fall as well, because it's just something else that you can do to help train the hair to have a little bit more volume at the root. Because I have naturally curly hair, this little part right here, he has kind of a cowlick, so sometimes I have to curl it 2 different ways to get it to lay straight. And the first thing I'll do, since it's curling like back and around, I'll take my curling wand and press it all the way forward. And if that doesn't lay right, then I usually come back and curl it the opposite way. Let's look at the back. Now we need to curl you. Remember, with these bottom layers of hair, you don't have to flip them over, especially if you have thick hair or hair that is generally voluminous alone by itself. It might end up making your hair look a little bit more like a triangle. Most girls with curly hair struggle with having too much volume in the bottom and not enough on top. So that's another reason why, depending on how your hair is layered, my layers help support volume in the top. And then I can pull my base layers straight to kind of keep those a little bit flat so that the other ones have somewhere to lay. Okay, so I'm checking to see if I've missed any sections. There is one little section of hair down here on the bottom that I missed. Okay, so let's tackle this one little spot. Then we will flip it over, tousle it, and spray it, and it's done. Literally just flip it back over like that. Kind of like to loosely run my fingers through to separate out some of the curl. Depending on how your hair parts, if you don't want your top layers to look too smooth and you still want that separation in there, you can just smooth your curls out from underneath. Kind of get your bottom layers to consolidate a little bit more. I struggle with my hair parting really far back in the back of my head, so I always like to check that part to make sure that that hair is pieced together nicely to cover up that part. So then you can go back and check if there are any parts that you don't like how they curled or any pieces that need to be retrained to do something differently. I usually like for this to be a little bit more loose so that it lays across my forehead nicely. Then I flip my head over and just loosely spray and scrunch from the underside. I like to scrunch my curls so that they have a little bit better hold, and then I flip my head this way. If there are any curls that I still feel like are too clumped together, I'll separate those out, spray that, scrunch it a little, flip it this way, get my bangs pieced together how I like that, spray that, and it's good. If I have any flyaways or any frizzy parts that need addressing, then I'll take a small little dab of my Rejuvenate oil by Monate. I'll just take one tiny pump of this and run it through my ends if I feel like my ends are looking dry, which I'm in serious need of a haircut. And that little guy is not curling that well because he's like, I need a haircut, Mom. Mama, you need to trim me up so that I'm healthy, Mama. That's what my kids call me, Mom. Or that's what Ezzy used to call me. Now we just kind of joke about it. So, like I said, I'm not super concerned about my underneath layers being curled all the way to my scalp, but we just need to make sure that that curl's gonna hold right there. That's how I curl the weave with no clip and with a curling wand. And you guys can see, you saw how thin my hair was. You know how little amount of hair I have. And I attribute the health of my hair and the volume in my hair to using Monate. It's healthy for you, it's good for you, it balances out all of your stuff for you. And I keep looking at myself in my little feed thing or whatever just because I'm like, wow, my hair is really voluminous. And that's it. If you guys try this out and you really like it, comment below. Or if this is how you curl your hair and it works really well for you, comment below. If you've tried this out and it doesn't work well for you and you need more tips and tricks, tips and tricks, you can always comment below, comment on the blog where this is posted, comment on Facebook where this is shared. You can shoot me an email. I also wanted to say something very quickly too. The jewelry that I'm wearing is CLIPLESS jewelry that I sell in the online shop. And the two things that I do sell unapologetically to help support the LuxWise business is CLIPLESS jewelry and Monat hair care systems. And the reason why I do those things is to help keep steady income so that I can help support you guys. I love to be generous and give things away. I love to travel to your homes and help you, and that means that I have to put gas in my vehicle and I have to invest in new products that work for you guys. And so these are the things that I do to help support my family and support my business. And if you like this jewelry, it's all handmade right here in the Mid-South by my aunt who has been doing this for 23 years. These two pieces, I was not in the shop to help design. This was just a CLIPLESS design. It wasn't a collaboration, but I still love her pieces so much. I love the girls that work in her shop. I love the heart behind their work and the soul behind the jewelry, and I support that in their company. And I love that I have the opportunity to use their handiwork to support LuxWise as well. So if you ever want to know the why behind what we do, or you want to know where does your money go? What are your funds? I'll always be honest about my money. My friends who know me know that I am an open book, and what you want to know, I'll tell you. You can always feel free to ask. Thanks for watching this video. I've rambled way too much. I hope that this hairstyle thing is something that you guys appreciate and like and really wanted to watch. So anyway, don't die. Come back and watch LuxWise. Oh, bye friends. See ya.